Hello, Watch Your Chat here with your reminder that life is short. Buy the watch. Today we're talking about, I think, the third dress watch I bought. I previously bought the Reverso and the Cartier Santos. And of course, we're talking about the JLC Master Control. This is the Master Control calendar. It comes in a few variations. It comes in the Master Control date, the Master Control chrono, the calendar, and also the Master Control, I believe, worldtime. Anyway, let's have a closer look at this dial. It's a bit hard to see here, but that's actually a sunburst white dial. And it's one of those dials that the more you look at it, the more you notice. I really like the contrast of the red on the date, the 31st, and also on these arrows. And look, this is a moon phase. So what you get is you get this little pusher. I think I might set the time now. So it's Sunday at the moment. And so I'll talk about that a little bit. The one thing about this watch is it's not a perpetual calendar. It's you've got to be mindful that if you don't run it continuously, you do get a bit of a problem with it. See, it's about to set to the Sunday. On a Sunday evening, so I'll just push it through. And hopefully I don't stuff this up, but let's just say for now, let's call it 7. 7:15. Okay. So then you've got a month function. I believe that's the date function, and I believe that's the moon phase, but let's have a look and see if is that right or not. Tend to mess it up. Okay, that's the date function. You can see that it clicks over. And then if I click it past the 31st, it doesn't recognize that February 28th. You have to adjust that. And so it's just clicked over to March because there's no recognition of the 28 days. Then one really cool thing is that once you get past the 15th, to protect the moon phase, so you can see the moon phase, it jumps. Now, it's a little bit silly to be fair. I think there's a tourbillon version, which makes a little bit more sense that you don't want the tourbillon to be hidden. But let's just get this back to where it needs to be. So I'm going to click the months back to March. I've stuffed it again. So let's be careful. So I got to go to February, which is what I need. Okay. And then click that over to March. Okay. So then this one here ticks the moon phase. So let's... Sorry, it's a bit upside down, but that's how the moon phase works. I think some of the frustrations are it's quite hard to take a photo of this one because the moon phase reflects, and either way, I don't think that's too much of a problem. But one thing that's surprising about this watch is that it's got lume. And look, for a dress watch, it's reasonably good lume, especially when I never expected it. So yeah, I might turn that sound down a little bit. Okay, so the pros of the dial. The pros are for the price point, and I'll put the specs up, but for the price point, you get a few interesting complications. I'd call it sort of entry, well, not entry level, but it's not quite a perpetual calendar. So whilst I really enjoy this watch, for that reason, it's likely to make room if I get a perpetual calendar. It sort of renders this superfluous, right? One thing that's really bad is this leather. I expected better, and look, I've hardly worn this, and you can see that it's actually worn through pretty badly. It's actually degrading, but it does have a quick release, so that's pretty cool. And so let's have a look at that movement. It's pretty good for a machined movement. and it's got 50 meters water resistance. Not that you'd take it into the water. That looks pretty nice, and it's a pretty nice little rotor as well. I'm just covering up the serial number there. Cool. So let's have a look. It's a double deployant clasp, so it pops out like that, and then to put that on, you just slide that through like so. And once you've got where you need to put it, you clip it down to that slot. So let's put it on the wrist. Looks really nice on the wrist. It's an interesting watch. Got an interesting dial, and it's a boredom watch for me. I was waiting for class. I was studying an MBA and I had a bit of extra time, and I went through the AD and rocked up to class with a new watch. So, I'm trying to make excuses for new watches, and so I backed myself every time I got a high distinction in the grade. It was extra motivation for me to go and buy a watch. Look, sometimes you just start imagining stories or reasons to buy watches, and just try to stay healthy with it, right? But life's short. So anyway, what's cool is also it's got a quick release system, and I think the problem is it's curved. See there? So you can't go with a flat strap. You have to have a curved one as well, and that's a little bit of a annoyance, I guess, because the JLC straps, as you can see, they're not great quality. Like, well, maybe they are good quality, but I expect a bit better than that. Really good thing is you get 7-year warranty. So this is a strap from another one of my watches. It's not this one, but I'll put it on and see how it looks. It is curved, so that's a good thing, I guess. That makes that look a bit different. I'm not sure if that suits really, but yeah, I'm not convinced that really matches, but you get the idea. You saw how quick that was with the quick release system, so really quite interesting. So yeah, that's the JLC Master Control. We'll have a quick look at the box. There's not much to it. It's the, I suppose, standard gold box from JLC, and sort of pop that open. Oh, I just saw where I bought it from. Yeah, that's it. There's nothing to it. So the standard JLC gold box. Cool. So if you liked that video, please click like and subscribe. And remember, life's short. Buy the watch.